Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Not because the valley is fake, but because thou art with me. Yeah, they've been moving dark ravines where the sunlight died. Narrow shepherd paths with the danger on each side. Lions in the cut, bears in the blind. Bandits where the rocks and the shadows intertwine. Tsalmaweth deep darkness, heavy and thick. Not just death at the end, but the trial in the midst. Cold wind in the canyon, steep drop at the ledge. One bad step with the flock and you're right at the edge. Quick glance left, quick glance right. Danger in the dim, every shadow on the wall look ready to close in. When the money runs dry, when the doctor talks low, when grief hits the house and the tears won't slow, when cancer's at the door, when the whole world shakes, when sorrow sits heavy and the whole soul breaks, when the prayer feels delayed and the night feels long, when you're trying to stand but you don't feel strong. The valley is real, I ain't calling it small, but the shepherd walks with me through the worst of it all. Can the shadow of a dog bite? Can the shadow of a gun kill? Can the shadow of a knife stab? No, but it can bring dread still. Yeah, the valley gets dark, yeah, the pressure draws near, but I walk through the valley, I do not live in fear. Rod and staff with me, I am never alone. It's dark, but it's not in charge, God is still on the throne. Yeah, the valley is real, but it isn't the ruler. The threat is present, but my shepherd is true. David said through, and that settles it plain. This is not my grave, and this is not my chain. Quick feet, tight breath, heart pounds, mind races, but the Lord stays near in the darkest places. I fear no evil, not because pain is gone, not because I know why, not because I am strong. It is not my case, cause the man full sight, faith to raise by day and a trust by night. I don't need a map of every turn in the road, I just need a shepherd and the grace that he showed. At the Savior's the lapse, as the coffin goes down, at the body gets weak and death hangs around, at the phone rings late with a hard report, at the tears at the floor when the soul runs short, when the fear says quit and the flesh says break. I lean on the Lord for his own name's sake. The Lord is my light, is salvation still, so I bow to his wisdom and I trust his will. Can the shadow of a dog bite? Can the shadow of a gun kill? Can the shadow of a knife stab? No, but it can bring dread still. Yeah, the valley gets dark, yeah, the pressure draws me, but I walk through the valley, I do not live in fear. Rod and staff with me, I am never alone. It's dark, but it's not in charge, God is still on the throne. Thy rod is defense to the beast in the night. Thy staff is rescuing adrift from the right. One shows power and one shows care. One breaks danger and one sins. I am there to prepare us the table in the face of my foes. You can hear in the valley my cup overflows, and mercy behind me, witness close. Grace in the dark when a Christian grows. This God, you devil in the path. You steady my feet when I walk through wrath. What is a shadow to the Lord of light? What is deep gloom to the King in the night? What is death shaped to the giver of breath? What is the great to the Lord over death? Fast dark truck fear. Lies come quick with truth from a shepherd cuts through it. So when he starts talking, I answer it slow. My shepherd is with me, and he's taking me through. I may not understand it, I may never know why, but faith does not bow to sight. The shepherd leads, the shepherd guards, the shepherd restored, the shepherd corrects, the shepherd brings his people through. In the shadow of a dog bite, in the shadow of a gun kill, in the shadow of a knife stab, no, but it can bring dread still. That is real, but that is a do ruler. Dread is me, but my shepherd is true. I'll ride his staff with me. I am never alone. It's dark, but it's not in charge. God is still on the throne.